Hello, and welcome back to Not That You Asked with Henry and Kiley, the podcast that walks the fine line between life advice and talking shit. If you like today's episode, you can find all of our uploads on YouTube at Not That You Asked Podcast and on SoundCloud at Not That You Asked with Henry and Kiley. You can also find us and stay in touch on Instagram at Not That You Asked Podcast. The link for that is in the description. We hope you enjoy today's episode. Gimme the. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that on. Hi, hello everybody. How's everyone doing today?
Oh, we started?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ding-a-ling. You silly lady.
Hello and welcome to Mouse USA.
Mousetown, USA.
Population one
garage,
mouse.
And there is a mouse in the garage. And so right now, welcome our special guest mouse.
Huh? Squeak.
Don't even do that.
Don't even.
We hope you're all having a great week. Wow. Never do that again.
I know.
You're on a sick one today, man.
I am on a sick one today. It's because
You energized from work?
Yes. I just haven't stopped.
Yeah.
And I got little sleep, so I'm a little slap happy.
You're on big finals time.
I am on big finals time, but also not really. I just had my one final yesterday.
I ain't doing finals. I ain't got shit for finals.
But I also have 3 days next week where I have to do 8 to 4 of review.
That sounds gross.
It is gross. It's very gross.
I had my last lesson on Wednesday. I cannot describe in any way how close that relationship is between a student and their professor. How close
You're telling
it can
me.
be.
You're telling me.
Carla Quapple? Like in that one-on-one way. I mean, obviously you feel connections with the professor, but
I've never had lessons like that.
Yeah, my relationship with Mark is exclusively because once a week, Mark and I are alone in a room together, and we just work on trombone.
That's nice.
And so, it's really weird that that's coming to an end.
That's nice. I always seek out Carla, and we just talk for hours. We message on Facebook sometimes.
Professor
Carla.
Professor Booty. Oh, wait, no. Professor, what's another word for pirate's treasure? Why, it's booty. You never heard that song?
No.
Kai Julian showed me that song. Shout out to Kai. We love you.
We love you, Kai. Sorry. Had a stroke.
That's good. Good thing you're a nurse, which means that you're immune to illness.
Is that how that works?
Yes, it is.
Is that why I went into nursing? Wow.
Into nursing
I'm invincible.
You're invincible.
Oh my God, guys, I'm flying.
Guys, I'm blind. Have you seen that? Okay. But wowie zowie. What else have you been up to this week? Big chip, big quarantine.
Chip. I had I put in 33 hours of the chip this week.
Fat hazard pay right now.
Oh my God, I'm getting such fat hazard pay right now. I just had a check that was I am a poor child. So $400 check right now for 2 weeks. That's crushing it.
Dude, if someone gave me $400 tomorrow, it would change my life.
I actually cried when I saw that. I'm
super poor. I just paid my last rent payment on my empty apartment.
We love that.
Ugh. I feel for. I know that there are other people in my position right now, and I know that they really are. Really hurting.
I really lucked out because I moved back home before all of this started.
Yeah.
So I really wasn't wasting that money.
Did you luck out because it meant that you had to be home for a lot longer?
Yeah, that's true. So.
And everyone wants to kill their parents right now.
Vote now on your phones.
Vote now on your phones. That bio was so funny. I forgot to post yours. I'll post it later.
That was fine. Yes, we started doing a bio, but it's just one.
Yeah. I'm gonna do yours. I'll probably do yours tonight. Fuck it. It's not like I have a paper to write or anything.
Crucket.
You know what I was just thinking about today? I was thinking about how much I fucking miss getting a drink with people.
Oh my God. You don't even have to tell me.
At shows and all that stuff.
I miss going to Tighthead Brewery on Tuesday nights, seeing all my friends that I made at that bar, seeing my favorite bartender, and getting free drinks. Yeah. I don't get that anymore.
He did you right. Shane.
Yeah.
Fucking baby boy Shane.
He ain't no baby boy.
You right.
He a grown man. He got a gorilla on his arm.
He's got a beard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's your thing.
He's got long hair.
Yeah.
Like longer than mine.
Longer than yours. You have long ass hair.
But his is like straight.
Although no, you cut it. You don't really have
I
that
did.
long ass hair. My hair is probably as long as yours right now.
Probably. But if I straighten it, I'll win.
Okay, well, whatever then. God.
Dad?
Dad. But no, I just like, I don't know. I don't know if I can't remember if I talked about this on the podcast before or not, but I feel like I didn't really get good bar experience. You got crazy bar experience.
I did get crazy bar experience.
Because like places didn't card.
That's not true.
But I don't know, like there's no good bars in Rochester that don't card. Everywhere cards.
Yeah.
And so it was really, really frustrating to feel like I didn't get any good experience with like bar culture. Because like I didn't really go to I would go to the store and get beer and then drink in my house and watch TV like during last summer break. And then just this year I like kind of started going to bars, and then all of a sudden come March I can't fucking go to bars anymore. Last bar I went to was Sal's in Rochester.
I love bars so much. The last bar I went to, I was in Mississippi on spring break, and it was called Cowbells.
That's tight.
It was really weird. We got food there. It was really good. You could openly smoke in that bar, which it's that's illegal.
That's
illegal.
Yeah.
But they had like ashtrays, and like people could openly smoke or like vape or anything in there.
How about at Fitzgerald's?
That's true.
When we became legal, everyone just like started smoking weed in the club, and we were like, you can't do that. Like,
hey,
it's really
it's
funny.
chill. It's chill. But yeah, my bar experience, I've been going to bars since I was 19, but technically I was 21 because I had a fake ID. So because in the state of Wisconsin, you can't get into the bars unless you're 21.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I could get into some.
So you had to have a fake to get into the bar anyway.
Well, Chicago's different because it's like
better.
Well, yeah, it's like they just card you at the bar.
That's true.
Which is way less accurate, but ultimately, like no places would make money if they carded.
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
Like not money from the bar, but just like whatever. Like I'm thinking about like all the places that I've played when I was like 16 or 17. Like I would get in. I wasn't even old enough to like be in some places. If I was just like a patron, but like because I was playing, they were just like whatever. Okay. Like
cool.
No one ever asked.
Plus, we both look a little older.
Dude, I feel like I still look like I'm 18.
No, I don't think so. I think you look older than I think both of us look older than we actually are.
I just realized that me saying I feel like I still look like I'm 18 probably came across as me sounding like I was trying to say that I look good, and I do not think that. But so fear not. That's not because of confidence. I just feel like I look like a doughboy. So I don't know.
If I poke your tummy, will you make that Pillsbury Doughboy noise?
What's the But is it? Oh no, my God! Jesus.
Something like that.
I'm relatively certain that is not the noise that they make.
Maybe
that's just like something from your nightmarish hellscape.
Honestly,
of an imaginary.
If I'm gonna be honest, the only memory that I have of Pillsbury Doughboy is that weird Mad TV claymation.
Oh my God!
Where he like is crazy and he's just like shooting people, and then the cops shoot him, and then he just absorbed it, and he's like, I'm sick of people giving me the finger. Here's your finger, biatch. Take a picture. And he just like, and then they like put him in the oven, and then like the whole last monologue is a cop saying what happened to the Pillsbury Doughboy man, and it was just a bunch of puns about bread. Stop yawning.
That's the wackest thing I've
ever Have you heard. Never seen that?
No.
Oh my God.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have
to show it to you. It's like a minute and 53 seconds.
That is fucking hilarious.
It is so amazing.
I've never heard you say that. It's so funny. I just think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man for some reason. Which I want to... Listen, don't take this out of context, but I would eat that motherfucker.
Me too.
I want to chomp into him.
I don't eat ass, but I'd eat his ass.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Welcome.
Congratulations. A soundbite of that now exists on the internet. You're doing great. I feel like all this bar talk has got me... I said bar talk, but it sounded like I said Bartok, who's a composer.
Yes.
Musician jokes.
La Berksicosyon.
What was that gibberish that you just said? That was terrible. Take a lap.
Okay.
Take a fucking lap. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. No, don't do it.
I'm back. You know that song,
I know what you're talking about. That's not the problem. It's that you looked at me and you went, "Oh, barca l'ensocion."
That was pretty bad.
Was
I feel like all of my
terrible.
Hispanic ancestors are rolling in
It
their
was
graves.
a war crime. What just happened?
Sorry.
But
All
of this
bar talk.
has got me thinking about our fun little topic for today, which we came up with, which is shooting your shot, a listener's guide.
101.
Shooting your shot 101, which is hilarious because I'm not qualified to give advice on that because
Hey, it's
I'm such a little baby, but you totally are because you're a confident little mama.
Thank you.
So don't
I'm
even worry about
here.
it. But
Yes, I have shot my shot at a bar. Somebody has shot their shot at me.
you're one of the only people that I know who shoots their shot as a non-man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really know any women who make the first move. Not on me, but in general, like.
I don't know. I usually just like paying for things because I feel.
Don't laugh. I did not just spill beer on myself. Anyway, this is me shooting my first shot. Is spilling beer on myself. That's step 3 of 7.
Work on your aim. Anyways,
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I like buying drinks or like dinners for people.
Ooh, that's weird.
So I like. It's not like my kink.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
What do you mean I'm gonna keep that in mind? I have funded many of your meals and drinks.
That is true.
It's no surprise, Henry. But at bars, if I see a cute guy, I will buy a drink. Or what I usually like, something that I've done in the past is that if they're going up to buy a drink and I see them, I will also go up to buy a drink and I'll start up a conversation like, "Oh, hi," like, something casual, not where I'm like creeping on the dance floor, because I personally wouldn't like that.
It's a jungle out there. I don't know how anybody
is.
does any shit like that.
I love the dance floor.
You know
though.
who fucking does that? Is Hallie's friends.
Really?
My sister's friends at DePaul. They just like one of her friends was just like, I just met up with like a 36-year-old dude.
That is true.
And she's like
That is
19.
True. She did do that.
And then she did it again. She like confessed to doing it and then went back out there and found him again.
Okay,
I was
but,
like, you're a crazy person.
But like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was a junior,
You are a Jew.
I mean,
Sorry.
yes, I am a Jew. When I was a junior or a sophomore, I went to the bars and I was very drunk. It happens. And
It's not like it's illegal. You were a junior in college.
very drunk, whatever.
Anyway.
But like I was really drunk. Like
That's funny.
Really drunk. Like the world wasn't looking right, It was one of those days.
I could smell colors, man. Some shit was weird.
Yeah, shit was weird. But I was dancing on the dance floor. Some woman with a bunch of tattoos and piercings comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you look like you're having a fun time." And I was like, "Yes, I am.
One could be
Thank
said that I
you."
am.
And she was like, "I will buy you and your friend all drinks if you dance with my friend. He's very awkward
Oh my God.
and very strange."
I forgot
and
about
like,
that.
yeah. Well, he wasn't like weird. He was just awkward. And she was like, "It's his birthday and we just want him to have a really good time." And I was just like, "Fuck it. I don't need shots. Let's fucking go, bitch."
Okay, but you could have been sober and you would have done that.
That is true.
Because you were just the kind of person who's just like, hell yeah, you're going to buy me around. Like, fuck it, I'll just go dance with the dude. And then just be
Yeah.
like, what's up, dude? Like, you make fun. Like, fun follows
I
you.
am fun.
So, like,
I'm
it's
a fun
easy for
person
you
at the
to be the
bars.
person to make the first moves because you're so fun. Like,
Oh
as
my
a
gosh,
person.
thank you.
So you don't have to, like, try very hard,
I guess. I don't know.
Whereas I'm not fun.
That is not true.
No, I'm not fun in that
That is
setting.
not true.
I'm like, because...
But like you can be fun. You just need the right people to go out with.
yeah, I don't know. Though.
Like I know that I can be tiring because like I'm a lot sometimes, especially at the bar.
You know,
And
like that.
not everybody can keep up. I will admit it, but sometimes you just need to go out and do that. It's just very
primal.
It is, but also it's just really nice to just go and dance and like drop that ass on the floor to Promiscuous. I do it every time. And sometimes I fall and then I get back up and laugh because it's so much fun. Like I'm just having fun.
You mentioned ding ding ding, the word of today, thought song.
Thought song.
You should talk about your thought
songs. Okay. So at Chipotle, we have my coworkers and we've talked about our thought songs. For those of you who don't know what a thought song is that song that you hear at the club, at the bar, wherever you are, and as soon as you hear it, you immediately run to the dance floor, no matter what you're doing, and just dance. Drop that ass, shake it, make it boomerang, whatever. Like, it's fun.
Do a double helix.
Make
them cheeks double helix for me, baby.
Make those cheeks ollie on me.
Oh my god. 360 no scope me with your cheeks. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
But that's what Kylie be doing. She be 360 no scoping people on the dance floor.
Okay, I will say that another fun drunk story. When I turned 21 and I went out to the bars, the club was extra crowded because my birthday is like the first weekend back after winter break. And
see, we both know that because you got that timing of the year, and I got that timing because my birthday is on Cinco de Mayo.
That's true. Whee! You have a lit birthday always.
Except not this year.
That's fair. Well,
this is going to be coming out the day after my birthday, but we're recording on May 2nd.
That's true. That is true. That is very true. But when I turned 21, my friends and I went to the bars. Mm-hmm. And
naturally,
I was wearing a tiara. I looked cute. Like, people were handing me their jewels. People were handing me cups of vodka Red Bull. I swear to God, I had 15 that night and my heart stopped. But I'm still here.
That's really funny.
There's this one girl who kept like pushing me on the dance floor because it was really crowded. And so I didn't push her back, but I like butted her back with like my butt. I like twerked hard and like twerked my butt into her, and then she like, I don't know if she fell, but like
no, whatever. I just hit a woman at a bar and pushed her over. What are you talking? Don't fuck with me on my birthday.
But it was really funny. And then I heard her and she was like, oh my God. And then her boyfriend was like, honey, don't worry. Like, I'll go and talk to her. And then I feel this tap on my shoulder and I turn around and I am like, I wasn't super fucked up, but I was like enough fucked up. And I had like, my tiara. Hey. Yeah. And I turned around and he was just like, oh, hi. Oh, is it your birthday? And I was like, oh my God, yeah, it's my birthday. I just turned 21. Everyone's been handing me so many drinks. I'm so sorry.
This is why I can't wait till we have footage because your face there was so hilarious. I've seen people fucking do that. Oh my God.
And then this poor dumbass boy, was just like
this child.
Like, he was not 21. He was a dumbass, and he was just like, oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. I'll tell my girlfriend to calm down. You have a great night. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much.
It's like Mona Lisa from fucking Parks and Rec. Money, please.
Money, please. But I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so drunk. And then I turned around and I looked at my friends and I was like, what a fucking bitch ass. And they all were just like, jaws dropped and laughing.
That shit's hilarious.
That was the Saturday of my birthday. We tried doing the Unholy Trinity. It didn't work, but
damn, you're elite.
The Unholy Trinity is going out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wow.
Is what we referred to it.
That's really funny.
Staying till bar close.
Oh.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We went out Thursday because that was Spurs Day. Yeah.
What the fuck is Spurs Day?
Okay.
It's like a cowboy Waukesha thing? Jesus Christ.
So
oh my God.
Spurs was an old bar that was in Waukesha. And then this burger joint like just bought it And
What?
It's Sobelman's. Sobelman's is like a huge, famous Bloody Mary burger place in Wisconsin. There's 3. There's one in Milwaukee. There's one in Waukesha and one somewhere else. That doesn't matter. And it's fine. But
Kind of whack.
so Sobelman's, for whatever reason, they're like, oh, we're going to have a Spurs day. It's going to be the first Thursday back. What are you doing to your beer bottle?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Drink my beer, leave me alone.
Okay, I'm scared. Okay, I'm just not going to look at you while I'm talking. So what happened was that Thursday was just, stop doing that.
I'm
with
sorry.
the beer. I'm so uncomfortable.
I was just running my tongue around it.
You're just
gross.
filleting a beer bottle.
Jesus Christ. All right, keep going with Spurs Day.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's Spurs Day. Spurs Day was really fun. And we went there. And it was just like the bar of Sobelman's, which is not like a bar. It's just like where old people eat burgers and just get diabetes. And it's great. And they just turned it into a dance floor.
Oh my God.
And they just like removed all the tables. And I've never seen a bar that packed in my entire life. And I went to Argentina and danced in the clubs.
Jesus
like
fuck.
It was absolutely
Mobbed.
Crazy.
Wow.
And that's where I celebrated my Thursday 21st birthday. And everyone was also handing me vodka Red Bulls that night. We met many people.
Nice,
my roommate tried stealing her jewel back
Oh,
from a
you
man.
told me about that.
Yeah.
Someone took her jewel and she tried to thieve it back.
Yeah, because we found him, and it was like me, my friend Martini, my friend Hannah. We were all like in this guy's pockets trying to steal the jewel back because he had taken it because he had done stuff at our apartment with someone.
And was he just trying to get back at you? That's so
I don't know.
petty.
He just stole it. He like hooked up with one of my roommates and like just took the jewel. And then left. Like it was
I remember
super
that.
weird.
I remember that.
Super weird. And so we saw him, and Martini was like grinding with him, and she was just like, check his pockets. And so I'm like, I can't find. And I was just drunk and wearing my tiara with
You
a
were, like,
vodka
trying
Red Bull.
to fucking pickpocket this dude on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You got so
It
much
was-
more wild than I do.
It was
Jesus
literally
Christ.
so packed that night that you couldn't even like
move.
you couldn't
or
even
see
do
or
anything.
breathe.
Like someone was touching
The
you at
three-
some
the
point.
3 genders.
Yes.
Move, see, breathe. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wow. I just find a way to make it.
But yeah, I love going to bars. Okay, circling back to the picking up people at a bar topic.
You know more about that than I do because I never had bar experience because I'm a little baby.
Fair enough.
I'm about to be 22. I'm a little wee one.
Oh, honey, we got time. Don't even worry about it, honey child.
What? Well,
We
I
have
told you about
time.
like my date that was me being like, hey, we should hang out. And then we hung out for 5 hours. I invited her back to my room, said we should
Yeah,
listen to a
that's-
record, and then didn't hook up with her. So
That was
if you think
bad.
that I'm capable of picking up somebody at a bar, you are mistaken.
No, we're gonna
Like,
get earpieces. Don't worry, it'll be.
We're
okay.
gonna Secret Service at the bar. Oh my God.
My mission in life is to help get you laid. That's why I'm here.
Just let me be sad in my basement all the time.
No, we have to go out to the bar.
All right, fine.
We gotta drop it. But like, it's so nice just going to a bar. Anyways, okay, so one time I went to the bar and I was DDing. I was driving, so I wasn't drinking. But
Good for you.
I was being responsible that evening.
Excellent job.
I met a 7'4" man who worked at a donut shop and was wearing
Sorry, did you
checkered
say
pants.
7'4"?
Yes, I did say 7'4".
Like
And I'm
one
5'1".
more, like one more than 6? Like 7'4"?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
That dude be killing it on Tinder. He has every single match, men and women, and
Yeah.
everything that isn't that.
He was like, yeah, very tall. He's definitely the tallest person in the bar at that point.
I'm sorry. One of my favorite Tinder bios of like all time was someone who's just like, I'm 9'30". I'm 1,428 pounds. And then like just like a bunch of like generic man like
I've seen that before.
shit. It was just very funny.
It is pretty funny.
I was just like, yeah, men bios suck, but at the same time, like a lot of men bios suck because like you see conversations about like, oh, I don't date dudes who are under 6 foot. It's just like, so.
That is true.
But anyway,
But like also I don't.
Continue.
I don't care because I'm a midget. So
You date
I'm,
someone
I'm
who's
not a
shorter than
midget.
you
I'm
are, yeah.
short. Yeah. So
But-
but this guy was really tall.
Yeah.
And he took fancy to me.
Oh my god. Excuse me. Are we in fucking Victorian England over here? You doth have many suitors.
I don't know why I said that. But
he took a fancy to me. You fucking weirdo.
But yeah, that happened. And he was like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink? Like, you're really cute." And I was like, "Actually, I'm DDing tonight. Like, not drinking." He's like, "Well, then I'll get you a glass of water." And I was like, that
Appreciate
was cute.
you. Appreciate
like,
you, boy.
That was cute.
Still
Okay, thank you.
still trying to get it in, but like also being like respecting the game. Good
Yeah,
for you.
it was nice. And then we just kind of like stood by the bar talking for a really long time. We talked about books. We talked about movies and like TV shows. He was really cool. He was really nice. But
Didn't you go on a date with this guy?
no, I didn't.
Damn.
I didn't because
Ding dong. You should have. He was 7'4".
I think he had a child
Oh my god.
and was like
30?
divorced. No, he was 27.
Oh, excuse me.
Like, hey, that's 3 years away. Whatever. But like, I don't know. I also had a thing with a guy my freshman year that had a child.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
remember that.
I like try not to remember it, but it happened.
It's the dude who
But we
barked,
didn't
right?
meet at like a bar. I don't
Was the
think.
dude who barked at you?
No, that was freshman year of high school. This is freshman year of college.
Oh my god, it was freshman year of high school. I forgot about that.
Freshman year, sophomore year.
What else
of
are we
high
talking
school.
about? You getting barked at on? Was that 3 episodes?
I think-
episode 3.
Maybe.
We talked about
Maybe.
craziness. I don't know.
Was that the one that we did the you know.
Not truth or truth.
Yeah,
Yep,
truth
I
or
think
truth.
So.
Truth or
yeah.
truth. Thank you.
And then you told that story, and then I told the story that I had to censor out because I was like, "Oops."
Oopsie poopsie.
Yeah, and then the person who actually was in that story commented on one of our photos, and I was like, "Whoops, didn't mean it." But
Hey, everything's golden.
I don't know how they discerned that it was that story though, because I edited the whole story out. Maybe they just assumed,
Yeah.
cause like you know, if you know, you know.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Because that's probably hers too.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
No, I really hope so. I don't really know that person anymore.
I hope it doesn't get worse than that. Like,
Yikes! I would hate.
yikes.
Anyway, we're just
Anyways.
gonna blue ball you with that story that we're not gonna talk about.
That's true.
But this dude who was like a freaking
Which one?
tall
The
ass
tall
dude, yeah, tall man who
Tall
got
man?
you a glass of water at the bar. How did he shoot his shot? What was his approach? Was his approach
Well,
just be nice and approachable?
Yeah, he was nice and approachable, and he wasn't creepy. Because I feel like once you move to the dance floor and someone hits on you on the dance floor, that's like a different thing. That to me, that is very different.
I feel like people who are trying to get on the dance floor
are trying to smash, and like that's it.
Well, from
Not gonna lie.
like
Or,
what
like,
I've heard from
grind.
people who do that stuff, like people who are trying to like make out on the dance floor, like they're kind of like maybe only trying to do that.
Yeah.
And like if they get lucky, they'll take you back to their place. But like, or you take it back to theirs. But like, I don't know. I feel like most of the people that I know who are like, oh my god, I made up this rando. Yeah, I don't know who he is. We just met at the bar, and that was whatever.
I don't know. I
don't know.
I've never made out with anybody at the bar except for my roommates.
That's like a whole. Well,
but
yeah, you do that.
yeah, but that's a whole thing because I'm allergic to nuts and I don't know what anybody's eaten before, so I'm like paranoid. I'm gonna go into anaphylaxis on the dance floor in the middle of promiscuous,
Someone
which
just-
would be my nightmare.
If someone just ate, it would turn your thought song into like a sadness song.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Someone just eating like bar peanuts and then automatically is like, let me put my tongue in your throat, and you're just like,
yeah, I
like-
just die on the
You
dance
just
floor.
die.
If I die at the Toad,
You're gonna go out like a hero. It's like your bar.
no,
It's like
I'm
your
gonna be
bar.
so mad because someone literally shit on that dance floor.
Oh my god. See, okay, this is why I don't know anything about shooting your shot.
Okay.
Because I don't understand dating circles because I'm so self-conscious. Like, it's good that we're having this conversation
Okay.
because you are the kind of person who knows how to, and I'm the kind of person who does not know how to.
Okay.
So it's like really good. Like I don't know, the people who I've dated, like my last really long-term relationship started because we matched on Tinder and then we went to a record store and got Culver's. like, that's how I know how to date. Like, I never dated in college, you know? I went on 2 dates, I guess, in college. Like, 2 meaningful dates. I got coffee with some people, and then I was just kind of like, yeah, you probably don't want to talk to me anymore. And so that's kind of whack. But, so for me, dating is so much not, it does not revolve around, excuse me, it does not revolve around, like, drinking, because I just never did it when I could drink, except for one date that I went on, like, I guess in February, where I ordered an old-fashioned, and then they spent the entire night being like, isn't like an old person drink? And I was like, oh, you're weird. No, it's like a really popular cocktail.
It's
like,
good.
Yeah, and it was at this bar, Swan Dive, which is a super cool bar that you would love. They have a DJ there.
Oh, I love DJs.
Yeah, but
disc jockeys.
I don't know anything about, like, how to be like, hey, we should get it. Like, I don't know anything about how to meet a person and then be like, I think you're cute. We should smash, or let me get your snap.
I'm going to stop you there.
All right.
First step to picking up people at bars.
Go.
Get a drink.
Well, yeah.
It'll help loosen you up.
Because of course.
Okay, that's not true. But, like, I feel a little more comfortable when I've had, like, a couple drinks in me. I feel like it's liquid luck.
When I went on this date, I was so nervous. I got there 15 minutes early, and I also knew that she was going to be late because she got pulled over. But fair
enough.
And she revealed to me on the date that she had a dime of Coke in her bag, so she was really worried. And I was like, okay, maybe you're too out there for me, but
just a little.
But I got there early so that I could have a round, and then have my second round be the one that she was there for, so that I could be like, so that I wasn't just like, nice coat. Like, I don't know. So
you are pretty.
Yeah, I will not lie. I just stole the nice coat line from Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, because he does. That's like his. But it's such a funny, because he describes it in exactly the right way. Like, if you asked me to give advice on how to talk to people, I would give A1 advice. But if you ask me to do it, I cannot. Like,
no, I know, and it is hard. Like, it is really hard. At first, when I first went to the bars, I did not. Yeah. I could not talk to anybody else. But just being a little sipsy helps.
Sipsy is our word for halfway between being tipsy and drunk.
Yeah, just like a little sprinkle of sipsiness. That really helps. Just be friendly, but don't be weird. Don't be, like, creepy.
See, I don't know how to be weird, because also, this is a part of it. Let's talk about small talk.
Small talk?
Because I feel like that is an essential aspect of shooting your shot.
Okay. Small talk, for me, that actually goes somewhere: books, movies, TV shows. If you hit those 3...
Really?
I feel like that's the best small talk option, because you can talk, especially if you're, like, in person with them, you can just talk about movies or books or TV shows. Like, I can get into a whole conversation at the bar about movies, and that's what I did with that really tall man.
Yeah,
we talked about different movies, and we talked about like Stephen King for a really long time too, and that's what got me interested in him. Is like, wow, we have similar interests, because I don't know, those things are the most important to me.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like they're the most, like, who doesn't watch movies? Who doesn't watch TV? Books, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody reads. I read. I like it. Music. Easy.
And that's so hard for me, because I went to a school where everyone was a musician. So we were all desperately looking for someone to not ask us questions about music.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
Like, but now I'm cursed, because, because I'm a musician, I don't even know how to relate to other people's tastes now, because, like, so much music is work for me.
Yeah.
That's not to say that I don't enjoy music. Like, there's music that I listen to for pleasure that will never be music that I end up working with. But, like, if someone's like, oh my God, yeah, like, I really like the Eagles and like, you know, like late 70s rock, I'm like, all right, I think that you're probably a bad person. Like, and that's such a shallow assessment to make. But then I think, like, small talk is such a shallow assessment, and that's where I get self-conscious, you know, is like, I don't want to talk about books and movies. You know what I want to do? I want to be like, man, so how do you feel about the election? Or like,
then do that.
I want to dive in deep, but that's never. But people are like, wow, like, I don't know. I want to talk about boring shit. Like, I want someone to be like, dude, I watched this educational YouTube video about like how the economy of this industry works, and I'm like, if someone said that to me on a date, I'd be like, tell me more. Like, I'd be so enthralled.
Fair enough.
And I want to hear people talk about that. Like, and we played a little spoiler for the future. I played it on a date one time. This game, Truth or Drink, and we just asked each other questions about like life and stuff like that because it gets into like some deep cuts. And we played the sexual one because we were trying to smash. But
it happens.
But like we got into this whole conversation about like the concept of body image. And, like, we had a really long conversation about body image and, like, how I've struggled with it before and how she had struggled with it. And, like, it was a really meaningful conversation. But at the same time, like, I also knew that she thought about me like, that guy's just is, like, some philosophical bullshit. Like, I want a non-complicated dude.
No,
like,
I get where you're coming from because, like, I also hate small talk. Like, if things aren't weird or like funny, if they don't make funny jokes, then I can't talk to them because I'm just bored with anybody
immediately.
Except, like,
you and Finn, and I'm funny to Finn. I'm funny with Finn because I'm mean to him.
I mean,
like,
hey,
but
we love Finn though.
I love that boy.
We love Finn.
I love him so much. I want him to be our roommate so bad.
I know.
Yeah. But anyway, keep going about small talk.
I feel like it's kind of both. You have to start with the small talk. You can't just come out guns a-blazing. What do you think about this upcoming election? Like,
well, yeah.
You have to start somewhere. And I think that the trio of books, movies, and TV is the best way to start. Because if they say West Wing, then they could be possibly political. You can open that up.
You'd always be like,
or if they say like
Martin
something
Sheen,
else.
that's tight. Like,
exactly.
He's really funny.
Exactly.
Saw him on John Oliver one time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly.
See, look, we're doing small talk.
Exactly. And it opens like you need small talk. As much as people hate small talk, you need it. It's just like that basic
It's a fact of life.
thing. It is a fact of life. To quote the Pickle Rick episode in
God,
Rick and Morty, the therapist is talking about like how she's bored with wiping her ass. Everyone's bored with small talk, but you need that to start somewhere, and then you can base a conversation off of that. That's like hosting 101, TV host 101. I learned that in high school.
That's really interesting. Well, did you take like a communications class?
No, I took the broadcasting class with Meyer.
There we go. That's like basically a communications
Was
class.
it Meyer? I don't remember.
Not Meyer, but with
no.
The guy upstairs in the library.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a little inside baseball for all you people who went to 101 high school.
Yes.
Which is probably like 3 of you.
You need to start somewhere. And I think that the best option is to start with either movies, TV, or books. Or music. But for you, probably not music. You have to know like what you're interested in. Obviously, if you're not interested in books, don't talk about books.
Yeah, I have to be open to
video games.
Yeah, see, I'm such a nerd because like I'm like, well, let's talk about the socialist nonfiction that I've been reading, or I'm like, let's talk about the fact that Bartok was underrated. Nobody wants to talk about that shit. But I want to talk about that shit. If people started talking to me about that, I'd be like, I love you. Like, let's go out forever. Like,
flirting is a game. Like, talking to people is
a
little bit of a game. It's okay. We can practice. Don't worry. I'm going to dress up in like ridiculous outfits and then
you're already a woman. You don't have to dress
I'm going to dress up as Mrs.
Doubtfire. It's like the way that you are, and I'm already naturally intimidated by you.
Do you remember in high school when somebody told
a big deal about the fact that you thought that you might be intimidated?
Because I felt so bad. I remember asking your dad.
You were the fact that you were like, "Am I intimidating?" That like immediately like I was like, you're not intimidating. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So many people said that to me though.
No, dude. Like,
people at my work have told me that I was intimidating, and I was like, where did that come from?
You're confident. People find confidence intimidating. Whatever. Fuck you.
Whatever.
Like, come on, it's true. But
bless
nice, good one.
I said bless you, like you burped.
I'm sure people loved that on the capture. It looked really gross. But
Excuse me.
But well, like, I don't know. Well, but okay. Also, maybe this is another realm of shooting your shot. Why? And I only say why, like, shooting your shot. Like, why are you shooting your shot in the first place? Is it because you want to smash? Is it because you want to smash? Is it because you want to smash and dash? Is it because you want to smash and see what's happening, or because you want to, like, go on a date, like, for real? So, like, that it changes it, and that sort of opens the door for a couple other conversations that I know we want to get to. So,
I would agree with that.
Like, like the game, and that, I feel like maybe that is part of the reason why I've struggled with it too, is because I'm just kind of like, I don't know how to express to somebody either over a text on Tinder or over drinks that, like, I'm still getting over, like, a lot of, like, I'm still trying to work out who I am as a person, and so, like, what I really want to do is just, like,
be honest,
snuggle and watch movies and make out, but, like, not have anything super complicated.
I think you can be honest. I don't know, I personally believe that if a guy is honest with me about what they want, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's just really nice, because there's no beating around the bush. It's just like, hey, I want to just lay down and cuddle.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do too.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, and so it's complicated. Like,
I think you can just be honest. And I know that's really hard, because being honest means being vulnerable in this sense. And that is hard. That is hard.
I'm just not.
No, that is really hard. It is really hard to be vulnerable with someone, especially someone that you just met.
Yeah, ultimately,
at
I
a
feel
bar.
like if we're gonna make this shooting your shot a listener's guide,
Yeah.
then what we've established is that you need two things simultaneously: confidence and flexibility, and vulnerability. You have to be willing to be like, that didn't work.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah. It's a.
I don't know, and I know that's
think about it by not
easier
thinking
said
about
than done.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very go with the flow kind of person.
Yeah.
So I don't.
You know what the solution is?
It's complicated. It's weird.
Smoke weed before I go out.
Or that, yeah. Smoke weed or get pretty drunk.
Because I don't think about things. Like, that's the problem, is that I go to bars and then, like, I talk to someone and I'm just like.
Yeah. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it.
I'm always up in my head.
Yeah.
The one time
Don't think about
I
it.
ever actually almost picked somebody up at a party was at Windsor, and it was because I was the doorman.
Aww.
And that was really easy because I was stationed. And I think that she kind of thought that I was cute. So, like, I was sitting there, so she knew where to find me. And then she just hung out with me for, like, most of the night. And she just was like, I was just kind of like, so she knew someone in the house. And I was like, so what do you do? And she was just like, I'm in community college right now and all this stuff. And, like, we were so close. And we were, like, holding hands and, like, getting kind of snuggly. And this is where it's going to turn into me being a bad person. But at the end of the night, she was just like, where are you going? You should walk back in our direction. And I was just like, man, I'm kind of seeing somebody right now. It was not good. But, yeah. So, and you know, I ultimately did the right thing. But I just was like, I was also so wasted. Like, I had.
But being wasted really helps you. I'm not saying, like, get drunk every day and, like, go out and find someone. Yeah. But, like, sometimes you just need a couple, three, 4 drinks.
It took the inhibitions down for me, you know.
It does.
Like,
it really does.
Yeah.
It makes you feel.
I am so guarded. I don't know why, but, like.
Sometimes people just are. For many different reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
And you can't help that. But
what were we talking about before this little conversation about vulnerability?
Vulnerability, yeah.
Yeah.
Vulnerability is something that I've had to work on a lot.
You have, and it's something that you've gotten so freaking good at. Like,
yes, it is something that I'm getting more comfortable with every day, which is, like, kind of weird.
No, it's good.
I don't know.
It's not weird.
I mean, it is. It is good. It is very good. But it is just, like, a little weird for me. Yeah. I talked about it in therapy when I went to therapy last semester, when I had access to
a therapist.
Yeah, a therapist. And that was really helpful for me. We talked about vulnerability and, like, all of that. And it really, just talking about it with an adult who was smart
Yeah.
and knows things.
Not a member of your family.
Yeah, not a member of my family or an ex-boyfriend or whatever.
Yikes.
It was just really nice to talk about that. And she said, vulnerability is going to feel weird. Like, it's going to feel like a leap of faith, but sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to take a little leap of faith.
Yeah.
And there are steps to it. She said, my girl Rachel was like, there's steps. It's not like releasing the floodgates or whatever, or not at all.
Yeah.
It comes in steps.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know. I guess I didn't really realize that before.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just like all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
you kind of have to be a little vulnerable
that is
to pick someone up.
That's super true.
Or mysterious.
But then another thing that we had talked about was like, we mentioned earlier before we got into this conversation was the concept of but the concept of like what you're going into a situation with. Are you looking to smash and dash? Are you looking to hang out? Are you looking to date? Do you feel like knowing that for yourself is an important prerequisite before you do something?
I would say yes.
Are you the kind of person who's like an opportunist? Are you like, whatever, maybe this will take me somewhere,
I mean, I can see myself in both situations because I've been at points in my life where I've been like, I really don't want to be in a relationship right now. I just want to smash.
Yeah.
But then I've also been in points in my life where I'm like, I'm kind of just open to anything. Like, if this takes me wherever, it takes me wherever. I feel like you should know, though. I feel like you should know.
You should go into it knowing.
You should go into it knowing, though. Whatever you want. Like, if you are open to hooking up with someone, one night stand, by all means, go ahead and do that. I'm not slut shaming. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But if you are just like, I kind of want to just go wherever this takes me, that's good too.
Yeah.
That's good too.
And like,
if you're just unsure, because I don't know, I feel like it's silly to go meet people at bars and expect a relationship.
Well, yeah.
I don't think you should do that.
No, you're not going to. I feel like the days where you'd meet someone at a bar and that's how a relationship started have like kind of ended.
A little bit,
in a
yeah.
large way.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, and maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just because of the fact that we're in the age of internet dating.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can like meet at a bar and then, but like you met on Tinder.
Yeah.
So, or Bumble or what have you. But I also feel like maybe that's kind of like where. Maybe I'll sort of ask a pivoted question.
Okay.
Do you feel like shooting your shot is pointless if you are looking for something a little bit more involved than a one-night stand?
I don't think it's pointless.
Yeah.
I don't think it's pointless because, first of all, if you are not used to shooting your shot, if you need practice shooting your shot,
it's good to just like go to the bars and
it
just
is.
Like practice.
What's the worst thing that's going to happen? The person says no.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh.
I guess that's best case scenario. But I mean, not if you're looking for something serious.
Fair enough.
That's
yeah.
the middle of the road case scenario.
I guess. Like, no one's going to pour acid on your face or anything.
Like, die.
Like, it's not the end of the world to get rejected. I know that's
also
again
a primal
easier
fear.
said
You
than
have
done,
to be able to be okay with the fact that someone is just like, sorry, man, not interested.
Then just like, okay, hey, nothing on me. I'm gonna go dance it off to Promiscuous. Everything is Promiscuous.
I'm sorry.
related.
I hear my thought song playing. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. That's true though. Not gonna lie, if I heard my thought song playing and I was talking to a guy, I would probably leave and go dance.
Like, listen, I like you, but I gotta go.
This is my thought song.
You would you ever ask that dude to dance?
Maybe. Maybe. But like, I don't know. My thought song is my thought song. Like, I don't know if he's able to handle that.
Damn.
Like,
you're really confident.
I'm like, when my thought song plays, it's like I'm dancing alone in my room.
And like, I'm baby. Like, I'm totally fine with the fact that someone is just like if someone at a bar was just like, if we like had a couple drinks and we were like having a good time and they were like, hey, like, I really like you, but it's kind of loud. Do you want to like get a slice of pizza? I'd be like, yes.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Not even, like, even if it
honestly,
wasn't a thing,
that's
but, like,
great.
But
I
like,
think that's great.
I don't know. Part of it is I'm just like scared of crowds.
Fair enough.
Like I feel like
I get
everyone is
that.
fucking looking at me.
Impromptu dates, I think, are really nice.
I
But that is
agree.
me, though. I know
Yeah.
some people wouldn't agree with that statement because they like things planned.
Sometimes people want to be shown things.
Fair enough. But like,
You know,
if
part
a
of the date
guy,
planning process is as important as the date itself. But
hey, that's for them, not for me.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
floats your boat. But if I had been like talking to a guy all night, we were really hitting it off, and he was like, "Hey, want to grab a slice of pizza somewhere else?" Or like, "Hey, want to go get whatever?" I'd be like, "You know what? Yes, I would. Yes, I would."
yeah,
I think that's really nice
yeah,
because that's showing me that the person doesn't want this conversation to end, so much so that we're both gonna lose sleep from it, and also we're gonna go get food.
food is the ultimate.
Especially when you're like a little drunk.
Yeah, there were times when like going to East End was like a religious experience. It was the cheap ass pizza place that's open until 2:30 in the morning. Well, they closed. They stopped like serving at 2, but they closed at 2:30. Because like there were times when I was like, oh, I just want the greasiest slice of pizza. And if you go in there like at 1:45, you're just like, hey, can I have a cheese slice? And they're just like, we gotta close in 15 minutes. You just want the whole thing? And I'm like,
Yes.
uh-huh.
Yes.
Like, so I have definitely gotten like half of a free enormous New York pizza pie because I went into East End before close, and they're just like, just fucking take it. Like, it's better than getting thrown out, and you're a drunk 19-year-old. So
Weirdly enough, I have also a pizza experience from the bars. It only happened once.
the pizza
Only
experience
happened-
at the bar. That reminds me of this bar Swan Dive that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, it's not at the bar, but like after the bar.
Oh, this place makes good oven pizzas.
But-
Like that's all they make is like, and then their little bar snacks are not like peanuts or anything. It's goldfish. I thought it was adorable. I just like me and a friend of mine took one over to like a little windowsill and just like killed our Miller High Lifes, and we're just like
that's fun.
eating some goldfish.
Goldfish.
It was tasty as hell. That was the
We-
snack that smiled back that night.
Don't
Sorry.
like that.
Sorry.
I don't like that, but that was good.
What can I say?
When my ex-boyfriend came to visit for homecoming / his birthday, we went to the bar called, well, one of the bars called the Toad, the Salty Toad.
Salty Toad.
It's actually called the Salty Toad. Your feet stick to the ground. Somebody literally shit on the dance floor. My roommate puked in the sink and clogged it. Like, I have
I gotta
too
tell-
much about
you should
that
tell Eric
place.
that story because he's got a sink clogged with vomit story.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Which is
so
weird to
gross.
say.
So gross. But anyways, after we had been out for a really long time at the bars, we were walking back to my apartment. It was my ex-boyfriend and then one of my really good friends, Robbie,
Yeah.
that I met on Drumline, and before that too, actually. But we were just walking in downtown, cute little Waukesha, and we see this pizza place, and it had been there for years, but I've never seen it before. It was like
Sure.
one of those things.
Sure.
And we walked in and we're like, this is just a pizza place in the middle of Waukesha that we had no idea about.
It like apparated.
Yeah, it literally
just,
like
like, came into
apparated.
existence that
yeah,
minute.
and then it was like, oh hey, they were like, hey guys, you want a slice? Grab a slice. Like we have all these kinds of pizzas.
Wow, so far the most concrete advice I think we've given is that on a date you should always get
pizza. And we were just like, dude, fuck yeah. So we got like different slices. They had these like gourmet slices. They had the regular old stuff, you know. It was really good pizza.
That's tight as fuck.
And I was like, damn, if a guy took me to this after bar close, that would be a dream come true.
Damn.
Honestly.
Damn.
And then I've never been there again. It was only that one time.
That's funny.
I know, but
Still
yeah.
there? Or did it disappear?
No, I don't know.
Pizza place has been
It
closed
was
for
called
40 years.
It was called like Milwaukee's Pizza, but we were in Waukesha, so I don't really get that.
Hey, it's from Milwaukee. They were just lost.
Milwaukee,
I don't know why I just said that
Milwaukee, like a New York
like
accent.
a New York accent. My accent for some
Hey,
for
I'm
a big city. It's in New
Milwaukee
York.
over
Like I don't know what just happened, But
Like somebody hits you with a car and then you're like, I'm walking over here. Get it? It's
Terrible.
a
Take
pun.
a lap.
It's a pun. Okay.
Yes.
Goodbye.
You should
I'm
Go play in
walking
traffic.
over here. Go play in the Dan Ryan, as my grandfather
Yeah.
used to tell me. Oh, lost a
I
hat.
just saved my hat. from
Where
falling.
were we again?
Well, we were talking about how the best
Pizza?
thing to do on a date is to take them to get pizza. But I want to talk about one more thing. Our episode is
Go ahead.
beginning to draw to a close.
Go
but,
ahead.
What is your advice for shooting your shot online? And that can mean many things. One is like, how do you get someone to like, how do you talk to somebody on like Tinder or Bumble or whatever? And then also like, do you DM someone or like hit them up on Snapchat or Instagram? Like, is that an acceptable way to like start dating someone, you know?
I think it is. I mean, coming from someone who has also been in many Tinder / whatever dating app relationship. Yeah. I think it is an acceptable way of dating, but I will say as a female, usually guys message me first, but I will say I have messaged men first and been like, "Hey, something funny."
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually open with something funny because that's more interesting. I don't normally.
Everyone loves someone who's funny.
Yes.
I feel like if like laughter is not a part of your relationship, like what the fuck you doing?
I feel like what little funny I have is the best thing about me.
Dude, you're funny. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you. But like, I don't know. I usually say something funny. If you open with something funny, I would personally like that. But I know like not everybody is like that. And you never know. That's the hardest part, is that you never know what's going to work because people are different. So you kind of have to just be okay with that, because you're like, well, this person didn't like how I would normally act in this situation, so they're obviously not the one for me. I don't know. That's just how I think of that.
Yeah.
You have to be comfortable being yourself, because if you're not comfortable being yourself, flirting with someone, I don't know how you can be in a relationship with that person, you know?
Yeah. And I've definitely dated people in the past who I was like, I feel like I have to act a certain way to make them interested in me, and the way that I am acting is making me like feel whack. And then because of that, I was like also a mean person, because like I'm not a mean person. Like, you've known me for a long time. I'm not a mean person.
You were like the furthest thing from a mean person.
Thank you. But like I can be put in positions where like
anybody can.
I'm fucking ruthless. And unfortunately, the experiences that I've had that have been the most that way have been dating. And like that's just not good. So I'm trying to like not have that be my life.
My advice for shooting your shot is be yourself. Don't be like, it's a little give and take. You have to let parts of your personality shine through, but you can't be like full on yourself yet. I know that sounds really shitty, but you have to start a conversation with someone with interests or likes in a bar.
Yeah, everyone has, but in any situation,
Start with something funny
everyone has their first day. You know, whether you're at a bar or you're at a party or you're at fucking work or you're wherever, like
in a bookstore, whatever.
Yeah, or I mean, even like, but that's the reason why I asked the Instagram, Snapchat online question, because people can say anything. Like, you can lie about stuff and not have to worry about backing it up in real life, because there's a good probability that person won't talk to you again.
That's true.
You know, so like,
that's true.
What the fuck do you do with that?
Sliding into DMs is always there. That's always an option.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I personally feel like that's the lazier option, but like you can go ahead and do it. Like, I don't really care, but I feel like if you really wanted to make a good first impression, you would think of something to say rather than just like complimenting on a photo, or like sliding into my DMs or your DMs saying like, hey, your last photo you posted was really cute. I feel like that's just easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
I feel like that's just easy. And
but it's easy wrong.
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. There are people that really like that. I personally am just like,
And the reason I asked that question is because I have DM'd people who I was like, you are attractive. And like I've been DMing with someone for like a little while, and like it honestly is just like, hey, that thing that's on your profile is really cool. Like,
I mean, that's a good way to start a conversation. Yeah.
yeah, and so it has evolved into a conversation much larger. Well,
Yeah.
of course, we're never gonna hang out because they're actually a fan of another YouTube channel that I'm a part of, and so that would just be like breaking all kinds of boundaries. But I don't know. I feel like there's such a culture around it. I feel like there's a defeatist attitude about it. Like, oh, dude, you can't DM because we don't do fucking.
Oh, no, I don't
DM.
think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with DMing. Like, people have slid into my DMs before. I'm fine with it.
I went on a date actually because someone slid into my DMs.
Yeah, I think
very
that's
strange.
I think
But
that's a
also really
great
great.
way
Like, we
to
talked
meet
about other
people.
stuff.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think that there's a bad way to meet people unless it's like
That's a good
through
perspective to have.
drugs or
Yeah,
like obviously bad
if you meet
situations.
someone because you're cheating on them, or you meet someone because you plan on committing a crime against them,
Yeah,
like, you're just a piece of shit.
That's not good. But I don't
Yeah.
think that like meeting someone at a bar is better than meeting someone online or vice versa.
Yeah, you
like-
know, I've really had that thought about, like, because I've experienced Tinder shame, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I remember, like, first explaining to my parents before, like, what Tinder was. And they were like, oh, that's weird. Why would you meet someone online? And I was like, how much fucking better is it than grabbing a drink? You know what Tinder does? It facilitates meeting someone at a drink and not wasting your fucking time with someone who's actually an asshole. You can discern that someone is an asshole after about 20 minutes of sober conversation. So if you can manage to have 20 minutes of conversation on Tinder and not feel like they're the worst, like, get a drink with them. And then you can actually, like, talk about shit.
That's true.
I feel like also it's worth saying that if you're going to shoot, like, if you're going to shoot your shot, it is important to follow up
Yeah.
on that.
Yes.
You know, like, because, and this is from both perspectives. It is frustrating as a person who has been led on. Mm-hmm. And it is also annoying as a person who has sort of accidentally led on before. It's really frustrating to feel like someone is just kind of like there because they're trying to just like mess around.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's never fun.
No.
No one wants to feel like they're being messed around with.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's important to know your intentions
Yeah.
before starting a conversation or meeting people at the bar or Tinder, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like know what you want. 'Cause
yeah.
if you were to potentially start a relationship or some like any kind of relationship, whether it be friends, hooking up, or relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
You should know what you want. Both parties should know what they want.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of part of like that's kind of part of it is like, so I guess if we were to sum up a little
Yes.
conversation, because we're drawing near to the end now, we're at 62 minutes. But, I like be confident, and part of being confident is being vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Be prepared for the fact that
Just a little vulnerable.
someone might look at you and be like, not for me.
No.
It doesn't mean that you're bad.
That's not anything against you.
Yeah.
It's just that they're not interested. Probably not the best option for you anyways.
Yeah.
If you weren't hitting it off right away.
For real. And I think that's probably also really frustrating about shooting your shot is that, like, have standards for how the conversation is going.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's really rare that you will see a situation where someone is just like, we're not connecting. But then someone is like, I really thought we were connecting.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's rare that, like, it's so one-sided.
Yeah.
Usually it's one-sided because one person is trying to make it happen and the other person is trying to keep it from happening
Yeah.
because they can already sense that it's not going to work. And what you honestly should just do is
Just
be
be
fucking
honest.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Be confident, be willing to be vulnerable, be honest,
Be
and know
honest.
your intentions.
Exactly.
Like, that would be a good way to move forward if you're
I
going
would agree
to
with
be
that.
doing all this shit, you know?
I would agree. And
So-
shoot your shot. Don't be afraid to shoot your shot because the worst thing that can happen is someone says no thank you
Yeah.
or no.
Yeah.
And that's not going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Go to a bar with some friends. Get a wingman. Sometimes you need a wingman or wingwoman.
We're about to be fucking epic wing people for each other.
We are, though.
Because I'm going to find someone who's just like a talkative, jubilant beardo dude who's like
those.
A little bit more heavy set. I'm
Oh my
going to
God,
be
I
like,
love 'em.
hey, have you met Kylie? And then just walk away. And then like...
Oh my God, that's like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Have you met Henry? Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be like that.
And you're just going to find the person who's like sitting in the corner and is like having a good time with their friends and like has talked to some other people, but they're just kind of like minding their own business.
Chilling.
And you're going to be
Just
like,
chilling.
hey, what are you up to? You want to talk to my friend Henry?
Hey, cutie.
Because I want desperately to be in a not dating situation, because then I'm just like less flighty.
That's okay.
But
Hey, as long
any
as
of
you
them,
know your
I hope that this was
intentions.
any vulnerable. I hope that this was. I had a
Stroke.
I hope that some of this information was useful.
We feel like it's pretty useful.
I feel like it's been
We're
useful to me.
pretty
Now all I
solid.
have to do is do it, which is mortifying.
But I'll be there. It's
You-
okay. And that's something else too. Is if don't go to a bar alone. That's weird. Go with friends and pick someone.
Yeah, people who go to bars alone are people who are about to like push shit in your drink.
and like alcoholics.
Oh,
which
yeah.
You don't necessarily want. You want someone that has fun with drinking, but not an alcoholic.
Exactly, true.
But-
And also, I feel like
Also,
shooting
you can date someone that's an
shooting your shot at
alcoholic, too,
beginner's
like,
guide
whatever.
would be. I'd be remiss if I didn't say, if you are listening to this and you're the kind of person who opens with a dick pic, fucking stop. You
Yeah,
are the worst.
don't
You are
do
the
that.
worst.
Or like one of those shitty pickup lines, like, "Do you work for the UPS because I have a package for you?" Like that bullshit. Don't do that. That's gross and like
One time
beta male. Like nobody likes that shit.
One time I had an opening with someone that was just, and I had like met this person before, so it was cool. But like I was just like, so do you prefer this pickup line or this pickup line? I'm just trying to like get your thoughts. And they were like, oh, I like this one better. Like, and then we had like a conversation about how pickup lines are dumb and about
Yes.
dumb pickup lines they've heard. And then like the conversation kind of drew to a natural close.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, well, I mean, hey, now that we've had a conversation about pickup lines, we need to get a drink sometime. Like,
you got to be creative though. Be different.
and
Be
that's-
different.
That's the biggest thing.
and that's
like,
hard.
Like,
That's hard to do.
like, be confident, be vulnerable, and all that stuff. But be yourself.
Be yourself. Don't try to
yourself.
change yourself to pick up a girl or a boy or whoever.
And you don't have to be all of yourself
Mm-hmm.
right away. You know, like pick
But-
your favorite parts that everyone will like, that
Yes.
everyone does like,
Yes.
and then showcase that. 'Cause
Yes.
that's what works. That's what got you homies. And if you don't have any homies, then
You're
disregard
Ted
this
Bundy.
advice.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Then you probably kill people.
Or
Alrighty, well,
cats.
I guess this concludes Shooting Your Shot, a listener's guide. Adios, people.
101.
I love you.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye. Bye.